Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the latest episode of the Tim King Show right here on the Debate Network. And man, what a special show today is. I mean, this is a real special show to me. I mean, if you follow me or anything I did back in the day, you know that I had this man sitting right over here with me at all times, man. My boy. Damn, Justin, what is good? Oh man,
call me Little Tim.
But you call me? I didn't even get to introduce you, Little Tim. I was introducing you, Uncle Justin. You hear that? And they call me Little Tim.
I love it. Let's go.
And it feels so good to be here with him, the man of this network. But man, it feels so good to be here with you. Who are you?
Jameson.
That's right. And they call you what?
Jameson King.
That's right. My man, dude.
Yeah.
Right. And very soon the show will be very much rebranded.
And I show my toys.
You can show your toys and do whatever you want. And we're going to get there. This show's going to be rebranded to something with him soon. But man, he's been dying to get on here with who? Uncle Justin?
Yeah.
What is up, little man? Look at that. Yeah.
Bam. Do it with Uncle Justin. Do the handshake. Bam. There you go. Pow. Yeah, he's been dying to get on with you, bro. And we figured what a better time. We got Forbidden Door this upcoming weekend. We got Night of Champions this upcoming weekend. And I would just like to, first of all, thank each and every one of you guys who are tuning in right now. Please like this video. Please subscribe to this channel. These guys are live each and every night, 7 days a week. So like, subscribe, and we appreciate it greatly. You got there.
Jade Cargill.
There you go.
Storm is coming.
And we're going to talk about Jade Cargill because Jade Cargill has a United States Championship match at Night of Champions. So we will definitely talk about that. But like, I guess overall, before we get into the shows coming up next week, which is going to be a hell of a time on this network, what are you more excited about? Are you more excited about like Forbidden Door? Are you more excited for Night of Champions? What's your level of excitement going into this upcoming weekend?
Easily Forbidden Door. I know, like, we had that whole conversation on the channel and everything about, like, is the Forbidden Door concept kind of dead a little bit? And yeah, we've even heard you guys talk about it on All Elite Dirt Sheet. It is kind of a scenario where you need to figure out either to refresh it or basically move on with it, like move away from it. Do what you need to do at this point because they honestly have kind of dropped it, all the meaning of it. So I hope they get back to it. Like Night of Champions is what it is at this point. We're going into it, and with WWE's rough booking that we've seen lately, like, man, I am not like anticipating anything on that show right now. So
yeah, it's real disappointing. So I mean, you're right, and I'm not going to sit here and like. So I like to watch wrestling nowadays through his eyes, like through his lens, and he loves both. Let's ask you, WWE or AEW, which is your favorite?
AEW.
Oh, okay. But you love WWE, right?
Yeah.
You love all wrestling. What were you actually watching earlier? What wrestling were you watching earlier?
SmackDown?
The MLW?
MLW.
oh, look at that.
Yeah, so we watched a little bit of all of it, but yeah, I like watching it.
Yeah, look at this. This one's a funny one.
I can't. Oh, yep, that's Sting's head. That's exactly what you'd think it is.
Who knew you'd behead the Stinger, little man?
But I was hoping that he was going to say, I love it all, because that's usually what he says. I like AEW and WWE. So like, I just like watching wrestling like through his eyes. So it makes it more enjoyable for me. Because I have a lot of jaded opinions, particularly on WWE. There's a reason I co-host the All Elite Dirt Sheet with my boy De Niro. I favor a particular brand over the other one, but I see why kids like WWE. I really do. It's it's like for him.
Broke his mouth.
Yeah, Penta Burger. But like, right, like Penta. Look at this guy. I mean, what is there not to like about this guy right here?
Cool factor, maxed out.
And you put the fireworks around him, and this guy on the screen right here. Okay. Oba Femi. his brother wanted the Oba Femi wrestling figure. Can't get it. And they've only made an NXT one, but it's sold out right now. So you can't get it on Walmart. You can get it on
Wow.
on eBay, $70. I was like, no, we're not gonna do that.
Scalpers much.
Right. Well, and like this guy's so.
And I ordered my Finn bar with a seal set.
Which one did I buy you today?
Finn bar with a seal set.
That's right. I got you Finn Balor. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wanted a new one. He hasn't gotten a while. So these are the two he wanted today. He says he wanted a Finn Balor and he wants a Claudio Castagnoli. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no Claudio. AEW hasn't made a Claudio figure. Can you believe that?
Wow, AEW, what are you doing here?
Dude, I was about to tweet Tony Khan, like, bro, Claudio's been ROH champion. He's been here for 5 years, or 4 years, 5 years. He's been here 5 years at this point. Like, no action figure for Claudio.
Hey, Tony Khan, you want to like a Death Riders super pack, like a figures? That'd be awesome. There you go.
Dude, could you imagine a Moxley, Marina, Claudio, Danny, Wheeler, and Pack super pack?
Super pack, I think would probably be like a nice bag, though. I'm not
like
gonna lie,
like $140 or something. Like,
I would say clean $100.
Yeah, $99.99 at Walmart. Yeah.
Oh heck yeah.
I like that. Let me ask you a question. I talk about this with De Niro all the time. The Death Rider story is my favorite story in all of wrestling right now. I think the Death Riders with Ospreay is the most intriguing thing going in all of wrestling. They've done such a good job. Who's number 2 in the Death Riders? Not Marina. She doesn't count. But behind Moxley, who do you think is number 2 in the Death Riders right now?
And Moxley's girlfriend hurts his feet.
Oh my gosh. Did you watch that collision match when he calls her Moxley's girlfriend, Marina Shafir?
Yeah.
When she got her feet,
in the glass. Oh my god, it's the second time she's done that kind of spot. I just go like, how, man? Like, no.
Right. But yeah, who do you think number 2 in the Death Riders is?
Honestly, it probably, even though they've all been the members at this point, it feels like Ospreay's kind of taking that spot right now.
Oh, I like it. I said Daniel Garcia. I think Danny went from absolutely nothing because he was nothing in the Death Riders like 2 months ago. Nothing. So, like, I think he's the number 2 in the Death Riders over Claudio and Pac. And I'm like, how did Danny go from nothing to like this? And like De Niro said it on the dirt sheet 2 months ago. He goes, Danny is the mouthpiece of this group. And I'm like, and then I go, holy crap, bro, you're right. Danny is the mouthpiece of this group, dude. I'm like, Moxley's the leader, Marina's the badass, Claudio's the muscle, Pat's the muscle, Wheeler's the bitch, and Danny's the mouthpiece, right? Like, right? Like,
basically, yeah, that's pretty fitting.
Like, and Danny's so good though in the ring. Like that match, that tag team match on Dynamite was so good. The Brodito versus the Death Riders.
Oh,
and Danny,
excellent, dude.
And Danny had such a large part of that, just like with his theatrics and his in-ring, and he finally is dancing again, and he's becoming himself again. Right. Like I love seeing that, dude. I love it. But we won't deep dive too much in that. We got a lot to discuss. So do you guys want to get into the pay-per-view predictions?
Let's do this.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about first? AEW or WWE?
AEW.
All right, let's do AEW. So I don't have too many match graphics for AEW, but I got 4 match graphics, but we will run down just about every match that we can. So we'll start with this one right here, okay? So we got a 3-part main event. We got 2 Owen Hart finals matches, and we got this match right here. Team MJF, which is MJF and the Don Callis family. And as we discussed on the dirt sheet, MJF in front of the Don Callis family is so
looks good.
Oh, so good, Justin. It looks so good. MJF, Kazuchika Okada, Andrade, Kyle Fletcher, Kevin Knight, and Jack Doyle. Oh my, dude. Oh my. And they're taking on Mark Briscoe's team, the conglomeration, which is Mark Briscoe. You got the trios champions. You got Roderick Strong, Orange Cassidy, and Kyle O'Reilly. And then you got international champion Konosuke Takeshita and Darby Allin. So Jameson,
And Darby's come back. Now he's not hurt now.
That's right. Darby is back. He's not hurt anymore. He's in this match. Who do you think is going to win this match, JJ? Do you think it's going to be MJF's team, or do you think it's going to be Mark Briscoe's team?
Mark Briscoe's team.
Okay.
Do my move?
Let's see it. Let's go see your move. Yeah.
Yes.
Which move are you going to hit right now?
Froggy Bow.
Hit the Mark Briscoe elbow drop, the big elbow drop on Sonic. Let's see it. Oh,
yeah.
Hit it off the top rope. Throw Sonic down and hit the Mark Briscoe off the top rope.
Do it.
Let's see it. Big Froggy Bow. Getting froggy. Bam.
Yeah, he got some distance on that one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go through the wall one of these days, dude. I need to get him a real ring or something.
The Kool-Aid man just bust through that thing. Yeah.
Look at this.
No Oba Femi yet. We're gonna get there. You can't do all your moves yet.
Right? He's gonna do it right now. He's like, I'm doing it. Yeah. Jackknife.
Through the chair. All right, back down here, Jay. We got another match to predict. Get back. All right. Uncle Justin, who do you got winning this match? MJF's team or Mark Briscoe's team?
I got Briscoe's team. I think it's kind of at the point where, unfortunately, though, we saw Mark Briscoe get that win on MJF before he became champion. That is what Mark Briscoe's been playing off of. MJF has kind of put him in the scenario where he's got to win the match now to get it, to basically solidify the fact that he's getting a championship match. I think it happens there. Briscoe gets the win.
Yep. Everything Justin said. And I'm with Jameson. Yeah, Mark Briscoe's team gets the win for sure. And it's so cool that there's 4. I like how this show, obviously it's not so forbidden anymore as we've talked about, but they're trying to get other matches on the show. So they have 4 different sets of titles in this one match, which I find very cool. And definitely Mark Briscoe's team gets the win. Very lackluster stipulation, though. I don't know why we needed all this for a Mark Briscoe MJF match. I do agree with the pundits on that one. However, it will be a blast, man. Inside of a steel cage, it's going to be a great match.
Especially that one.
We got here.
A dog and Cobra Cage.
Yes, for the AEW Tag Team Championship. Jameson, who do you think is going to win this match?
Cobra Cage.
Okay. Cope and Cage retaining their tag belts. Yeah. Okay. All right. Justin, who do you think is going to win?
I got Cope and Cage as well. Just won the titles, basically. I don't see them taking them off them right now, especially to put them on the dogs. So, unfortunately, we are going to still have champs here.
Yeah, I agree. Cope and Cage. I like how the dogs beat the Young Bucks clean on Collision a couple of weeks ago. Huge win for them. I'm looking forward to the dogs and the Bang Bang Gang having a real feud going into All In. And hopefully Cope and Cage versus the Young Bucks versus FTR in that TLC match at All In. And that is what I am banking on. And then maybe after that match, the New Day walks out and confronts the winner. The New Day doesn't need to wrestle there. The New Day comes out after the match and confronts the winner. That's what everyone's so
I like that
on this New Day versus Young Bucks thing at All In right now. All right. I know. I wish we were talking about them. I love the Young Bucks lately. There's no match for them yet, though. All right, let's keep going, though. We got here. There's a great match added to the show. Who we got, Jameson?
Moxley and Bandito.
Yes. John Moxley and Bandito for the Continental Championship. Jameson, who do you think is going to win this match?
Moxley and Bandito.
Who's going to win?
Bandito.
Oh, the upset special. My personal best wrestler in the world. Bandito, Konosuke Takeshita. I go back and forth. Best overall wrestler in the world all around, John Moxley.
Love it.
That's why this match is going to be so fun. Glad they set it up. This random Rodito Death Rider match was for a reason. I got Moxley as well. Dude, this is going to be a lot of fun, though. I like your surprise with Bandito, though. That's cool. Who do you got winning, Justin?
I got Bandito, actually. Like, I think this honestly feels like a title change. Like, we're at the point where Moxley, honestly, doesn't need to hold on to that title anymore. Like, he's done actually a pretty solid job holding on to this thing right now. But now you can move that on to Bandito because you can get some pretty good stuff right now. Like, let Moxley focus on other stuff and not have to feel like the Continental title's just absorbed in the Death Riders. And that's like where it stands. It needs to be like moved around now. And now let the Death Riders focus on telling their own stuff.
So I love where you're going with that. I can't find your Brody, but I love where you're going with that. The reason I love it, because if you listen to the Dirt Sheet, De Niro and I each and every week talk about Brody King is going to turn heel at some point. He loses big match after big match after big match. What if Bandito does win the Continental title? He's the one to get belts. Bandito 2-belt, ROH World Champion, Continental Champion. What if that's just enough to make Brody snap, dude?
I love it.
Bandito Brody match for the Continental Championship at All In, and that's where Brody gets his big title win.
Oh, I love it. I love that idea, honestly. Like, I would even do them doing a World Championship match, like at the next ROH show. I would have it be Brody versus Bandito. Like, play it off as it's a friendly battle because, tag team partners going at it. But then during the match, you start to see Brody bring out some aggression and start to show like a heel side to him. I think that would be awesome to going forward, like with that, where it starts to go like, okay, now we've seen kind of a little bit of aggression from Brody. He's not happy with this scenario right now. When is the turn? When is the backstabbing going to happen? And I think that could be a good way to play about it, because Brody as a monster heel is an honest must at this point.
Yes. Yeah. And like, I love him as a face. I really do. But that guy's a heel, man. That guy, in all this losing he does, just has to position himself as a heel at some point. And Brody and Bandito at All In, I like the story that you just told. Do it as a friendly battle that does turn into like, no, dude, I'm done with you. I'm Gonzo bomb, stack him, make him sit there. Just love it. All right, last graphic I have this, and then we'll do a quick run through of the other matches, but this should main event the show. This should finalize the show. The promo on Dynamite this past week, in my opinion, was just
spectacular.
Chef's kiss, so good, man. Jameson, who we got here?
Will Ospreay and
That's right. Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, Owen Hart. Final winner goes on to the main event of All In London. Jameson, who's winning this match?
Will
Ospreay. Love it. Justin, who do you got winning this match?
I'm going Ospreay as well. I think the story is all about Ospreay at this point. And again, I've not been the biggest fan of this whole aligning him with the Death Riders thing. I think it is kind of goofy in its own right. Like the fact that this man is just, these guys took me out. Now, we already know he had the neck injury before that. Like, so having him getting attacked that night at All In was basically the way to write him off television. But when he comes back, you want to play off the fact that it was them taking him out. And you started to do that, and then you just kind of moved on from it by going, oh, hey, yeah, Will Ospreay's been really still kind of beaten up. And apparently he just gives up freaking going after the Death Riders. I'm not a big fan of that story. I think it's been a really weird one. I've not been locked in on it yet, but overall, like, they've given me a little bit of stuff that I've kind of been intrigued by, but I'm not fully invested in that story. But I know how this is going. It's the big comeback for Will Ospreay going into London. It makes sense overall. So I think just that, and plus I think there's a big story that's coming with what's going to happen at All In the long run when Ospreay does win. So yeah, I'm hoping they go with that.
Let's see it. Nice suplex. What's the story that you think is going to happen with Ospreay winning?
So this was the thing. I had to talk with Brother Nero when I had the last conversation with him, and this was kind of how I was looking at it. Like, think about, like, honestly, a lot of people have been on this whole thing of redemption, everything with redemption coming up. Will it be Kenny Omega challenging MJF? Fine. If that's the case, fine. But the only thing is, I heard a lot of people debating on saying that Will Ospreay should end up facing Kenny Omega at All In, which honestly, to me, I don't like that idea where we're just going to give Kenny the title because we're in Canada. Right. I don't like that idea. I think they should overpass that. I honestly think from Forbidden Door to All In, MJF should be the champion. Basically, we should be getting Omega at Redemption, Andrade at Grand Slam Mexico, which is a great way to go about it, and then Will Ospreay at All In. Everything 100%. From there is the one way to go. When you get to All In, though, Hangman should be back by then. I know a lot of people.
Did you hear De Niro's thought about Hank?
I did. Okay. I saw that, and I like that decision, but I don't at the same time, because at this point, I like this whole keeping Hangman off screen. I like this as this loss affected him so much. He's trying to get in the right mind state. He's trying to get in the right kind of scenario to, like, when should I come back? And honestly, All In is perfect. You have All In MJF versus Will Ospreay. And then you come down to that point where Hangman comes back and screws over MJF. Not only is it payback for basically beating him and attaching that stipulation that he can never challenge for the world championship ever again, you go from that whole thing, and that is the absolute hell-bent revenge that Hangman needs to come over there and go, well, now guess what? Since I can't challenge for that championship, I'm making you lose it. And I think that is a full circle moment, because who was it going into last year's All In with Moxley that we had? It was Hangman and it was Will Ospreay.
Yep.
I think him coming to help Ospreay is a full circle moment. And not only that, it is getting payback on MJF and basically setting up another matchup for those two at All Out. I think that is a perfect story scenario from here on out. But you have to keep Hangman off TV until All In. It keeps the suspense going. So, like, when is he going to come back? Is he going to come back? If he's just coming back to basically screw over MJF, have one more match with MJF, beat MJF, it's a perfect story overall. It sucks that he has that stipulation attached to him, because honestly,
yeah,
I kind of have the feeling that this might sound a little, conspiracy theory-ish and stuff like that. Honestly, he could be out the door with that since that stipulation's there.
Really?
Honestly, I think it could be the case, because I don't see that man challenging for the International or the TNT or the Continental or any of these titles like that. He's not the main character if he cannot challenge for the World Championship. So if he has no anything from there, and if there is no story to be told after he goes in there, basically costs MJF the world title, and then goes in, has one more match with MJF and beats him, what's left for Hangman? Honestly, we could be on the verge of Hangman pulling a Cody and leaving. It could be the case.
That would be crazy, dude. I don't know. I think Hangman's just like a team player. He's been world champion 2 times now. I think in between his last run to this run was 4 years. Now, that doesn't seem like such a long time, but in wrestling, that's such a long time, right?
Yes.
So I think Hangman can wait another 4 years, make it 2030, and become the most vicious heel version of Hangman ever. Maybe in 2030, they have a GM figure. Maybe Tony Khan's on screen. I don't ever want Tony Khan on screen, but maybe they have a GM figure, right? Maybe Kenny Omega's retired at this point, right? And he's the GMer. He's a horrible mic promo, but I'm just saying, like, for example, like, you have someone as GM, and they're like, well, it's been 4 years. We're going to reverse that. And Hangman's like, yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm not the superhero cowboy I am anymore. I'm a, whatever. He might have black hair by then. Like, who knows? You slick back black hair, cut chop black hair. He could have a Sonata blonde top by then. You know what I'm saying? But like there's ways around him going back to, like, 4 years in wrestling is an eternity, but 4 years to make the storyline go away can happen. Because in wrestling, let's be real, anything can happen. And 99% of the time, the stipulation, 99% of the time, the stipulation, which is why I was so proud of Shawn Michaels until that stupid Saudi match, doesn't stick. And again, you want to say it? Is Shawn Michaels now part of that 99.9%? Yes, he is. So you name me one thing in wrestling. You name me one thing in wrestling that has ever actually stuck.
Yeah, that's a good point, honestly. There's a lot of things that have not.
And right, retirements, this, stipulations, this, that, and the other thing. It's pro wrestling. And I'm with you. But maybe Hangman's that guy. Like, he's just like, fuck it. I won the world title 2 times in AEW. I'm just gonna go be a workhorse to put other people up. Shawn Michaels in his second run, Justin. He won the world title, his first or second match back that Hell in a Cell or the Elimination Chamber
first
Survivor Series. And then what? He never won the world title again, but he elevated everyone he worked with for like 8 years. Maybe that's Hangman, bro.
It's interesting, honestly. If Hangman just becomes the, Shawn Michaels that's cool and all. And honestly, I wouldn't be against him, kind of going a little heelish again. We get the dark cowboy all over again, where he just kind of like snaps. And honestly, like he holds it over, like starts to threaten Tony Khan on screen, and like maybe even starts doing some like really desperate stuff to go, how in the world can I be the main character? Everybody calls me the main character. How can I be the main character if I cannot challenge for this world championship? I need you to reverse this decision. And I want him to like hold it over MJF. I want him to hold it over MJF, like threaten Tony Khan over and over again and dangle it in front of MJF. And then
MJF could be the biggest baby face in the company by then. Think about that, bro. Like,
as much as he doesn't like
reversal, dude.
It'd be interesting, honestly.
Like wrestling is think about 4 years in wrestling is 20 years in real life.
True.
Like it's a 52-week-a-year operation, 2 times a week, 12 pay-per-views. Like there's so much that could happen with that. But we're so off track right now, which is totally fine. So I just missed chopping it up with you. So this has been great. Let's run through these other matches very, very fast. Jameson, who's gonna win? Tekla or Starlight Kid? Yeah, Tekla. I too have Tekla, and I'm sure Justin does as well.
Toxic Spider, baby.
And let me just say, she has just done an impeccable job as an AEW World Champion, Women's World Champion, with nothing given to her. So she's literally made this match at Forbidden Door relevant by herself. What a superstar this woman is.
Yeah,
dude.
I love Tekla. She's done a great job in this whole thing of just how much she hates the freaking promotion so much just makes it so enjoyable to watch, because now it's like, oh, who's a really big name that we know is in Stardom? Starlight Kid. She's coming to basically defend Stardom and basically try to take the title from Tekla. I like that whole story. It's great.
I love it. I love it so much. This match is going to be a lot of fun. Jameson, Shota Umino or Pac from the Death Riders? Yeah. Probably not going to win, but I love your suggestion of Pac from the Death Riders. I'm going to have Shota Umino win, but this match is going to be a heck of a lot of fun, bro. Who do you got?
I got Shota. I mean, is it for the title too? Like,
yeah, it is.
Yeah, so yeah, Shota retains. Then I don't think
Pac and Claudio are so much in the same boat. All they do is lose big matches. So
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to see Pac win, go over to New Japan for a little while, because Pac in New Japan would be amazing. But I don't see that happening, unfortunately.
No, not at all. Shota just got the belt too. Wow, Wikipedia says Mercedes Monet Maya World was collision taped. Am I missing something? Does Maya World beat Athena? That's real. That would really
I have no idea. We're gonna be watching that.
I hope I didn't spoil anything, but if Maya World does upset Athena, that would be a crazy ass upset tonight.
That's
I don't see it happening.
There's no way.
There's no way you can call it a triple main event if it's Mercedes Moné versus Maya World. I digress. Jameson, who's going to win, Mercedes or Athena or Maya World? Mercedes? Yeah, good call. Mercedes. Justin?
See, I go with Athena, honestly. Like, I don't think Mercedes needs a second Owen Hart win. There's no way. That just does not fit the scenario at all. Like, her going back to back just sounds absurd. I gotta go Athena. I gotta go Athena just because something different.
That's fair, and I hope Athena's actually in the match. It would be real wild if it was Mercedes versus Maya World. I hope I'm not spoiling anything. Was Collision taped?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I watch Collision live every week. Like, I'm not.
If that's the case, that's mind blowing. Like, legitimately, because that feels like a shock win, but it also feels like they gave Mercedes, unfortunately, a freebie, and I don't like that.
I feel like it would be setting up for Maya World to get a shot against Athena's title in ROH, because they're really building Maya World up over there. But like, you got to be doing Athena versus Mercedes for the third time. There's no way that you can not do that. There's just Maya World wasn't even in the tournament, and I can't believe that Saray was going to go to the finals and wrestle Mercedes, because that. Well, actually, Forbidden Door, Mercedes versus Saray does make a little bit of sense.
Yeah, would have made all the sense, honestly.
Oh my gosh. I hope this isn't a spoiler. That would be insane. Sorry if I spoiled that for anybody.
Listen, that's crazy.
Well, no one's gonna watch this until after Collision anyways, but hopefully I didn't spoil it for you, bro. Wow.
That's crazy, bro. I'm gonna be shocked.
Wow. I will be watching with a little more open eyes now for that match, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching that when it comes on. Damn.
Hope I didn't spoil that for you. Real sorry if I did. Kenny Omega, Zack Sabre Jr. Who's gonna win?
Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Yes, I got Omega too. Awesome. I don't. It would be crazy if Zack wins, but Kenny's on this like crazy win streak, and I think this is just kind of like, let's give him a bunch of wins, so that way we can kind of justify giving him a match at Redemption. So,
and how does he lose to MJF at Redemption though? He's 0-2 against MJF in his career. Like, you feel like he's got to win. I feel like maybe they're setting up a triple threat for All In. I really do, but I don't know why you give Omega the belt for 1 month and transition him. Like, I guess
that would be ridiculous too.
I agree. All right, Jay, come on. Are you ready? We're going to talk WWE now. You ready? What? Oh, you want to go wrestle?
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. You can go wrestle. We're just going to pull a match. Yeah, we'll pull a matchup, then you can go wrestle, all right? You ready for the WWE Night of Champions show? All right, let's go. Big match first. You ready? It's just me. Who's who? Versus? Ooh, finals of the King of the Ring for a World Championship match at SummerSlam. Who you got winning? Oba Femi or Jay Uso? Get up there and yeet. Let's see it. Let's see you go yeet. Let's see you go yeet. That's why you got Jay. Get to the top rope. It's just me, Oos. Day one, it's Oos. Day one, it's just me, Oos.
Day one, line them all up, knock them down like this.
Great job. Yeah, this one's interesting, bro. I heard your opinion last night on the watch along for SmackDown. I agree with you in a whole lot of ways. I think Jey Uso even being in this final is disrespectful to this tournament. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I gotta hope that Oba beats him, and it's gonna be Oba versus Roman at SummerSlam, just like it was Rock versus Brock at SummerSlam, and Oba runs through Roman, and Oba's crowned the champion. And Roman, I don't want Roman to go away because I love the OTC, I always will, but like I thought we were crowning Oba here. Like I thought, like we don't need this. Like, make a new star, build a new star, WWE.
Exactly.
Have Oba go over Roman at SummerSlam. Jay winning this doesn't make sense to go after Cody outside of the fact that they were tag champions, outside of the fact that everyone who helped pick Cody up when he beat Roman turned on him. But at the end of the day, if Jey Uso does win this match, then I gotta think it's because Sami Zayn is world champion, and we get some like Jey Uso versus Sami Zayn world championship match at SummerSlam, which like at the end of the day kind of intrigues me. But do you really need the world title for that?
No, not at all, dude.
Like,
man, I've been so disappointed by this whole tournament. Like both of them, on both sides, the men and the women's. Like the queen of the ring just has been a letdown, honestly, this year. It's felt pretty weak overall. Like I felt let down watching this whole thing. Like they, at this point, have to commit to Oba Femi. You have to commit to Oba Femi. Do not pull another Braun Strowman. Like that man literally had so much popularity going. Everybody loved that man, and they got him to a certain point, and then they had him lose, and then they had him get to that certain point again, and then they had him lose. And it's like, are you really going to do this again with Oba? This time with Oba Femi, a guy who is mega popular right now. Like you hear those crowds. It's not even just international ones. Like the U.S. crowds see Oba Femi and they lose their minds. They are losing their mind. Like the best scenario that these guys can do going forward is in this tournament is Oba wins this tournament completely, goes into SummerSlam. Brock comes back and then finally confronts Oba, and we do Brock versus Oba night 1 at SummerSlam, and then night 2 Oba versus Roman.
Love it.
Oba going over. Like
love it.
SummerSlam should be all Oba Femi. It should be the night for Oba Femi. That is it. Period.
Love it. That's beautiful. You beat Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns on the same weekend, and then you're made. SummerSlam ends with you holding that belt in the air. Are you kidding me?
Dude, he's made. He is made at that point. Like, legitimately. The bloodline does not need to hold a championship hostage. And I know WWE looks at everything this bloodline story and goes, oh, Roman's not the tribal chief. He's not the head of the table. As long as he's got if he doesn't have a championship. That's nonsense. He has the Ulafala. If he has the Ulafala, he is the head of the table. And you don't need to trap the world championship in the bloodline story to tell whatever bloodline story you're telling.
Which is what right now exactly? And listen, I'm the biggest bloodline fan of anybody, but what is the story? Cool, like Solo's going to come back. And even if Solo comes back, what's the end game there? It's to have these 5 guys together for what?
It's like nothing. There is no any story.
Like, just trying to set up. Only thing this makes me think is like The Rock's going to come back at WrestleMania in Saudi, and it's going to be Rock Roman for this title. But even if it's Rock Roman for this title, bro, The Rock can't win this belt.
That's the thing, though, too. It's like, do you really need the title involved with Rock and Roman? The whole point of their story, of the bloodline story, is who sits at the head of the table? Who is the tribal chief? Yep. Yeah, it's always been the Ulafala. And no matter what, I get it. Like with The Rock, if he comes back, he's got a shoe in no matter what. He is the high chief. He calls himself the high chief. He has the higher position than Roman Reigns. But the Roman walks around with the Ulafala. You want to completely either basically set up that matchup, and when you do finally have that matchup, it's who is actually the head of the table. That's what the battle has always been about. It's what this whole story has always been about. It's never been about championships. And I don't get why they always have to involve a championship and make it feel like if Roman's not a champion, he's not the head of the table. He's always the head of the table as long as he's got the one thing that tells you you're the head of the table, the Ulafala.
Yep, no doubt.
He just had a feud with him in Solo for the thing. Come on.
The whole bloodline thing is crazy. And I love the bloodline. It's just at this point, and I was all good with everything. I was good with Roman being Punk at WrestleMania. I was good with the Roman and Jacob stuff. However, this Jey Uso and the King of the Ring final thing really bothers me, man.
Worries me.
It bothers me in a big way. What, Jay and Cody? That does nothing. Where's Randy? Like, why didn't Gunther just win this belt? Is Sami gonna? Let's go. Jameson, come here.
Let's do this.
Come here, big guy. Let's go into this. What's this match, big guy?
Gunther, Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn.
Ooh, for the World Championship. Who do you think is going to win this match?
Cody Rhodes.
Okay, you got Cody retaining. This is interesting, right? So Cody
this one's tough.
Cody and Gunther last night. Sami Zayn was a special guest referee. Sami Zayn, quick count and Gunther's shoulders down, which no one saw coming. Came out, attacked both men after the match, which I don't blame him.
Yeah, look at this elbow drop.
Let's see this elbow drop. Let's see it, kid. Wow.
That's like Shane McMahon-esque.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was a Shane O'Mac.
There you go.
But it's in Saudi Arabia. I thought that Sami was winning the Rumble and winning the title at WrestleMania this year. Like, I would have bet a lot of money that was happening. And then I said, all right, fine. WrestleMania's in Saudi next year. Sami will win that Rumble. Or Sami will win the title at that Mania. We're in Saudi. Sami's got another world title shot. Does Sami Zayn win the world title here?
You want to know what's crazy? I think he does.
Yeah.
I really think he does here. Like, I know I have been probably one of the bigger detractors of this Sami Zayn character because I don't really like this character. I think it's really unappealing overall. Like, I look at Drew McIntyre doing this kind of character, and I remember him doing this kind of character. It portrayed a lot of, he was out there bitching and whining about a lot of things. But literally, the man was never lying. The man never lied about a single thing, no matter what, no matter how it came off to a lot of people. You actually listen to the words he was saying. He was really telling a lot of truths, especially a lot of the stuff when it came involved with CM Punk, when that whole feud was going on. Everything that man, he was walking out there always going like, well, this man screwed me over. This man screwed me over. And this man, he just has so much hatred for me. And then like, all the stuff that he would talk about CM Punk, it was like, no matter what, you could look at that and go, yeah, he's just complaining. He's just complaining. He's not really. He's telling truths a lot. I get that's kind of what they're trying to do with Sami because Sami, he has that kind of like dynamic when he's a heel. He's been kind of portrayed a lot of like very heelish lately. But I there's something about it that I just listen to him talk and it doesn't feel legit. It just feels like complaining. It doesn't feel like the same thing like Drew McIntyre. Like, that's why I said on literally the SmackDown watch along, like, let Drew McIntyre show him how to do this kind of character because it works. He knows how to make it work. Sami just feels like he cannot make it work. I don't know why. There's something about this character that's just not connecting. I know a couple people that I've seen have said they've actually been enjoying the character. I'd like to know how, because I don't feel it. I'm not feeling it. Like, but I do think at this point, if you want to try to make this character feel something, I would pull the shock win. I'd pull the shock win and put the title on him, even if it's for a little bit, and then you transition it to somebody else. at least Sami can say he finally won a championship. So that way, it almost feels like we can kind of sideline this character for a little bit and kind of move on from it. But I just don't know. There's so much with this whole scenario that just doesn't feel right, because I thought on SmackDown, Gunther was going to win the title.
Yep.
I honestly thought they put it on Gunther, because at this point, everybody in the world keeps saying Cody's boring. Cody's reign is like tiring. Cody's reign is just bland. Well, how do you do that and not just put it on Gunther at that point? But then everybody says, "Oh, Gunther's boring.
Gunther's bland." Right?
Like, come on! Like, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So at this point, if you're in this scenario, and if there's one intriguing character to somebody out there, and that's Sami Zayn, go with the moment at that point. Put the title on him.
Yeah. So it's tough, because I too think that Sami should have won the belt as a cookie cutter babyface. Like, Sami should not have to do this character transition to win the title. Like, Sami should have won the Royal Rumble. I mean, there's no reason that Roman needed to win the Rumble to face CM Punk. Nope. The Cody Randy thing is so silly at this point, with Randy not getting 15. Sami should have beat Cody at WrestleMania for the world title. Like, there's nothing else should have happened.
Yeah.
Babyface, main event of night one. Sami gets his heroic moment, world champion as the babyface. And listen, like you just said, Cody's John Cena. People are booing Cody. He's boring, whatever. They would have booed him in that Sami match. They would have wanted Sami to win the title.
Yeah.
That would have been fine. And now you have Sami have to transition into this role. In it, it's a pretty crappy character. He is a much weaker version of Drew and KO's characters that they portrayed. And KO's was great. So you said Drew was great. When KO and Cody were feuding, everything KO said was true. Until one lie. It was garbage, right? But it's just so tough, man.
It is really difficult,
because
honestly.
If Jay does win, and it's Jay versus Sami, which is cool, what's Roman doing? I see Jacob versus Seth, or does Seth beat Jacob before SummerSlam? Oh boy, I love it. And we get Seth versus Roman night 2. Roman probably retains, and we get Jay versus Sami night 1. What if Jay beats Sami? What if Jay beats Sami and walks out? Like, which he shouldn't. But I mean, I don't know, man. I think Oba just has to win, so we just like eliminate everything else.
Honestly, yeah. Like, even if this scenario screams Cody retains, yeah, everyone's going to be disappointed because if Cody retains. But what if that sets up Oba Femi challenging Cody Rhodes then? Because honestly, as much as I would love it being that, what's he doing? What's he doing, little man?
He's doing. What are you doing?
What is he doing?
Are you doing? Oh, you're cutting his nails.
All right.
Oh, this is some John Moxley stuff right there. Wow.
Oh, definitely. The one thing that like confuses me is if Cody does end up retaining this, like I would say put Oba against him. Because that way, we would know. Unfortunately, they're not changing this title off of Roman for anything at this point. My scared feeling is, though, for a lot of people, and I've kind of seen it floating around, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it happens, is CM Punk moving over to Friday night. And that sets up that for being Cody and Punk at SummerSlam.
That's a WrestleMania match, though, no?
I mean...
And that's literally the biggest match they could put on right now. The biggest match in the whole company that hasn't happened yet is Phil and Cody.
Yeah, easily. Like, honestly, big SummerSlam matches overall would be Cody and Punk and Oba and Roman. Here, hands down. But like I said, that would mean you would have to just commit to Oba. And like I said, if you want to do Oba and Brock, you commit to a literal 2-night freaking just celebration of Oba Femi. But hands down, this is so tough. This is like,
and you start it with SummerSlam. You start at night 1 in the opening match, Oba versus Brock on ESPN. Retire Brock, and you finish it night 2 with Oba holding the belt up.
Yeah, beating Roman.
Bookend it, right?
Yeah, beating Roman is the perfect way to end that show. But it's just, this is like the toughest one because because it just feels like we're in Saudi, so we're probably going to put it on Sami. But then how long does that last? And who does Sami face at SummerSlam is going to be the question. And that scares me that it would be Jay. And I do not want Jay versus Sami at this point. From what we've seen now and how much that story was like present and then it just disappeared and they never acknowledged it ever since then, I don't want to see it. I really don't. So I'm a little worried here. So like it's been tough because I don't really want to see a 1 month run for Sami just to freaking put it back on Cody. Because honestly, if Jay wins this, I don't want to see Jay and Sami. And if it's just going to be Cody versus Sami at SummerSlam, that's a pretty lame SummerSlam match overall. So
it is.
Overall, this is tough because honestly, now I'm starting to believe that Sami's not going to win because it gives you more of the opportunity to put the big match on for SummerSlam and have the 2 big matches at SummerSlam. So, you know what? I'm changing it up. I'm going with Cody retaining just because I feel like him and Punk happening at SummerSlam is bigger and needs to happen. So,
that a boy. So I'm gonna agree with you. I think Cody is gonna retain. I think Oba is gonna be Jay. But after Cody retains, there's going to be a certain sort of snake that's going to slither into the ring and hit him with an RKO, which is going to hopefully set up Randy getting 15 at SummerSlam. So
it's fine.
That's what I'm holding on. And then Oba beats Roman to bookend night 2.
Please
Oba beats Brock to start night 1. That's it.
Please do. Please do.
I love it. All right, Jay, call this one out. Who's this?
Cargill,
Tiffy. Who's going to win? Jade Cargill or Tiffy? Tiffy. All right. The boys got Tiffy, and I got Tiffy as well. Although, this would be a cool time to crown Jade. Think about it. World champ, tag champ, women's champ, 3 years in the company. Pretty freaking impressive, dude.
That's pretty good for her, honestly, right now. Like, it's honestly a hell of a lot more than what she did for AEW, unfortunately. But like, I look at this and I feel like if this was just to set up Jade beating Tiffany, like, why didn't you just keep the title where it was to begin with and then just have Jade win it there? Yeah. Like, I can't see this. I can't see them taking this off Tiffany. It's too soon. It's just too soon. There's no way they just rush this title onto her to just take it off and put it on Jade. Like, I think this is Tiffany. I really do.
Yeah, I agree for sure. Tiffany's a star, dude. I mean, she was champion for a year. She was like 25-0 for a full year. Like,
she's great. Literally.
They're not, but I think it's cool that they're using this belt now, just like they used the one on Raw with Becky and AJ as a big belt. Tiffany and Jade, bro, they wrestled for the world title last year. Like, this is a big match. So, I mean, it's a big match for that belt, which is awesome. Speaking of big matches, I know, I agree. This could have been your women's championship match at SummerSlam with Io beating Raquel in the finals here. Io beating Charlotte in the finals here. There's no reason Io should beat Liv to go wrestle Liv, but actually, sorry, Jameson. Who is this?
Io Sky and Liv Morgan.
Okay, who do you think is going to win this match?
Io Sky.
Okay, he's got Io Sky. Yeah, I know you got heavy opinions on this, so speak on it.
Dude, you know, like from the get-go, when they first announced the tournament, I was not big on this because of the fact that they put Liv in this tournament. Now, why is she in this tournament? There's no reason why she's in this tournament, period, because of the fact that, I don't know, WWE, because of the fact that she is the women's world champion.
Do a jump.
And I get that, you know, she has no competition other than Stephanie Vaquer, which I get it. But she's not here right now. We're waiting. We're playing the waiting game, waiting for Stephanie to come back. And I don't like that. We're still waiting here. Like, this is at a point where Liv being interjected in this was a dumb decision, hands down. And the fact that she is in the finals is a dumber decision, because I do think it is going to be Io. Io's going to win this. And I don't like that whole decision because, first off, it's either going to be her and Rhea if she does win. It would be her and Rhea, which I don't see happening right now because literally the whole story that still is attached to those two is Rhea has never beaten Io. Not Io has never beaten Rhea. So them facing each other again and having Io beat Rhea is not freaking the way to go. It's not the way to do it, which immediately gives you the way that it feels like we're going to get Io beating Liv to go face Liv.
So stupid.
Which sets up a triple. Which honestly, I think we'll set up a triple threat match at SummerSlam. Honestly,
with Raquel?
No, with Stephanie.
Oh,
Stephanie, Liv, and Io. I think that's the way to do it. I think that's the only thing you got left to do. There's nothing else because I think right now the SmackDown side has got the story basically locked in on who we're getting for Rhea Ripley. It's going to be Charlotte Flair. Even though she didn't win this tournament, I think we're getting Rhea and Charlotte. I think this whole scenario, and honestly, I could see that leading to a triple threat match in the long run. I could see that being Rhea, Charlotte, Alexa.
Yeah.
Which honestly is a better triple threat match to have at Survivor at SummerSlam. I think it's a perfect SummerSlam matchup. And honestly, a three-way between Io, Stephanie, and Liv is a hell of a triple threat to have on the show. Too. So it sucks that it has to be the scenario of Io beats Liv to go challenge Liv. I think that's the scenario we're going with here because I think honestly, Stephanie's going to show up at Night of Champions and cost Liv this match. So that sets up your triple threat right there.
Well, that makes a lot of sense then. So I'm only dogging this because I think Io versus Liv and then running back Io versus Liv is real stupid. But if you go Io, Liv, Stephanie, which you could have also set up a plethora of other ways, that'll be a great match for sure. But cool. Yeah, I'm with it there. And then does Io take the belt at SummerSlam? Or
I could see them putting it on her, or they'll probably just put it back on Stephanie. Which I hope they don't put it on Stephanie. I kind of want them to put it back on Io because I think from the get-go, they should have put it on Io. Yes. I don't like the fact that they put it on Stephanie. Like I said, I think it's rushed. I thought it was rushed.
Cool then. Io comes out after Rhea retains night 2 or whatever, and then they hold or Rhea comes out after Io wins, and they hold the belts up together and hug and do their belt thing.
Unfortunately, though.
Oh, you got Rhea losing.
I do have Rhea losing.
To Charlotte?
To Charlotte.
You know what? Admit it at this point. That's an okay move because she's worked herself.
Yes, I said it. I said it literally last night. And listen, I have this Charlotte Flair.
Goosebumps hearing this shit.
This Charlotte Flair to me is the best Charlotte Flair because of one reason. It is not her feeling like she's trying to portray the female version of her father. And that is all I care about, is that the fact that it's not her. It feels like she said, all right, I'm tired of this. Everybody else is kind of tired of this. It's time for me to do something that I have not done. And she seems to be having a freaking blast with it. And you know what? Let her enjoy this. Let her actually enjoy this because I've actually enjoyed it. You see, you know me and everybody else knows me. I've been one of the biggest Charlotte detractors ever because I'm so tired of the cramming her down our throat and portraying her like her father. It gets tiring. It's exhausting.
Yep.
When she finally just breaks out of that shell and shows us this isn't Charlotte, this is Ashley. This is the Ashley that you get on screen. You know what? I will take that. It's a hell of a lot better because she seems like she's having a blast with Alexa.
Yep.
The team is great. The fact that they literally have this like girl time where they always come out and they do the heart together and everything else, like they're loving it, and let them do it. And if eventually you're going to lean into a story where, you know, we're hearing all this stuff about Rhea is hurt, and if Rhea's hurt, to play it safe, to not freaking force her to like hurt herself even more, you take the title off her, you put it on Charlotte. You can finally start telling more of the story of Charlotte and Alexa now that the title's involved in it. And I think that's a better way to go about it.
You have Charlotte beat Rhea by beating Alexa in the match. So Rhea never gets pinned. She goes away. She gets healthy. Charlotte pins Alexa, taps Alexa.
Yeah.
Alexa turns heel. He gets Charlotte Alexa.
Yes. Perfect.
Love it. I love that a ton, dude. And I love, and you're right, Charlotte last night, 20-minute main event, sold the leg, tapped out. Like, you never see that, man. Like, that was crazy.
I was like a hallucination. Like, the only time I've ever seen her tap out was Sasha Banks, and that was it.
I was like, she's tapping. She's not tapping. Make her pass out. Stop the match. She's not tapping. She's tapping. Because again, who's my greatest women's wrestler of all time? It's like 1A, 1B, Charlotte, Becky. I teeter-totter on it, dude. They're both right there. But like, yeah, no, Charlotte right now her game is
she's literally locked in, and I will give her that one.
She worked her butt off to get back here. She worked her butt off. People hated her when she came back. Booed her through the roof. Now look at her.
Here.
Yeah, right? Everyone last night was cheering for her and cheering for her. It was great.
I was too. I was rooting for her, dude. The fact that she was willing to, even after getting attacked and selling that leg like crazy, and willing to go out there and do her damnedest to get to that final was great. Honestly, I loved it. And honestly, I thought she was going to pull it off, because honestly, I could see that.
Too.
That story would have been really cool to have her get attacked. She goes in there. She's like, I'm not going down. Even if I'm hurt, I'm going to hobble in there, and I'm going to go to the final, and I'm going to freaking go in there. And honestly, I would have been all for that. I would have been fine with her facing EO, beating EO in the final, and then facing Charlotte.
Because who wins that match? We don't know. It's EO versus Charlotte. Anything can happen there. Now we know EO is going to win this match. But EO Charlotte, we don't know. It could be either one of them.
Right? And then you could have just set up Rhea and Charlotte one-on-one, which again could still bring in more tension for Charlotte and Alexa, which is perfect. Yep. And then you just do Stephanie and Liv.
Charlotte and Liv. I just beat you. We have a lot of history here. I want you, Liv. I want your belt, Liv. And then maybe Liv beats Charlotte at SummerSlam and gets a huge win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, something like that.
And like Liv beats her on SummerSlam on a huge stage, solidifying Liv's stature. Big stuff.
There you go.
Right? But
yes,
they didn't do any of that. So
yeah, I think they said at least they're setting up some decent possible triple threat matches, and that's all that matters.
Jameson, come here. We have 2 more matches, but no graphics. We're just gonna do it quick. All right. Who's gonna win? Trick Williams or Ricky Saints? Of course, he is. Whoop, that Trick. Good for Ricky Saints getting himself a pay-per-view match, but definitely just filler for Trick for sure. What about you?
For sure, Trick retains. Still feels like very early in this run for Trick. Finally coming off that Sami Zayn stuff with the gingerbread man. Thank God that's over.
Yes.
Just weird that they've been feeling like they're telling this Mello and Trick story, but yet we're going with Ricky and Trick. It's a little weird.
SummerSlam, bro.
Trick Mello. I hope so, honestly, because like legit
Trick Mello SummerSlam, no doubt. For sure.
This is definitely feel like Ricky still needs a little bit more, because like he's been getting some piss poor reactions.
Oh yeah,
very, very much. Like last night was probably the best that he's gotten, because at one point, literally during that matchup with Mello, there was a 50-50 chant. They were chanting, "Let's go Mello, let's go Trick," and then even at the point they were chanting, "This is awesome." And I'm like, okay, cool. We're finally locking in on Ricky Saints a little bit. But I'm
but then when he won, he got no reaction. So make that make sense.
That don't make no sense. I don't get it.
Because I agree with you. The crowd was, let's go Mello, let's go Ricky. And I'm like, oh, okay. Ricky finally got a pop.
Yeah, Ricky's finally getting something.
And no pop.
And then they're just,
dead. Oh.
It just sucks, bro. Like Ricky's damn good. And I don't get why they just kind of give him these piss poor reactions. So.
But same with Royce Keys, same with Hikuleo.
Fair.
I mean, like these guys get no Rusev still. Like these guys get no reaction, man. It's
weird.
Yeah, it's Ethan Page. It's like they don't know outsiders, but whatever. It is what it is. Jameson, last match. Ready? Yeah. Seth freaking Rollins or Bron Breakker in a steel cage. Who wins?
Seth freaking Rollins.
Okay.
Let's go.
He's got Seth. Justin, who you got?
I got Bron Breakker, actually. This is the thing. Like, this should be it for this match. With this entire feud. These two need to move on at this point before it gets too overplayed. Now, the thing is, I look at Braun. Right now, it feels like he's kind of gone down a few notches. Like, this man went from challenging for the world title against CM Punk, and now this whole thing with the Vision, And with the constant injuries over and over with division, it's almost not only just affecting the stable as a whole, it's affecting Braun Breaker. Yep. This man, unfortunately, has been dropped down a bunch of pegs right now. He doesn't feel like he's been like even allowed to even be around a world championship, when honestly this man should be challenging for a world championship. But I look at this man and I feel he's been lessened very, very much. And right now with Logan Paul out injured, Bronson Reed out hurt, and a tag team division that's basically freaking dead, they have Braun in there basically holding the tag team titles with Austin Theory, because it's the only people in the division left to hold the tag team titles. I think he has to get this win. Because at least elevate the man back up a few notches in this damn position on this card somewhere, and in his position on this show, elevate him back up more. And at least that way, when he's going back to challenging and defending the tag team titles, at least it's like he got a big win. He beat Seth. He's back up a few notches up the card. And at least it doesn't feel like he's bottom of the barrel right now.
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly. Braun's going to win. He's going to have help winning the match. And it's not going to come in the form of the Vision. It's going to come in the form of a Samoan werewolf. And Jacob Fatu is going to help Braun win this match. And we're going to get Jacob Fatu and Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. And that is going to be a hell of a match, dude.
Good Lord, dude. That would be nuts. That would be nuts.
Yep. We get Jacob Seth, we get Oba Roman, and then we get Cody Randy. And then we get Brock Oba night one. Maybe Gunther retires Rey Mysterio. That's Gunther's match. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Gunther's doing. Maybe it's Gunther, Sami. I'm so sick of that shit, though.
Dude, I am too. I'm with you.
Maybe it's Gunther and Royce Keys or something in a big say. I don't know, but
interesting.
Yeah, probably not. They just did that in the main event not long ago. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. I think Gunther might miss out on SummerSlam, honestly.
No, he'll have something. I just don't know what he's going to have yet. Gunther and Brock would have been. Maybe it's Gunther and Brock, but no, you can't retire him. Always got to beat him. So
I honestly think that was. I think that was the case. Honestly, like I said this multiple times in the shows, and I'm going to keep saying it. I think that was honestly the plan. And I think Brock pulled out of it. I think Brock didn't want to do it because I think Brock just there's something about Gunther he doesn't like. And he doesn't want to work with Gunther.
I don't think he wants to hit that hard.
I think he just doesn't like Gunther. I think there's something, like I said, I think there's something about Gunther that he looks at and just goes, I want to work with that. I want to work with that. And that sucks, dude, because that really honestly felt like the direction we were going. After literally the freaking everything with Heyman. Everything with Heyman felt like it was literally setting up Gunther versus Brock, and then literally they were going to involve the world title, because at the time it was literally Gunther saying, I'm going to go challenge for the world title. I'm going to go challenge for the world title. And I swear to God, when they find out that Brock doesn't want to work with Gunther, that's when they freaking diverged off. And that's why they sent Gunther over to SmackDown. It's just crazy.
Which is garbage, because Gunther and Brock would have banged, bro. I just don't think Brock wants the chops. I mean, listen, Gunther's a chop, choke, power slam wrestler or power bomb wrestler. What's he gonna do to Brock? So what's he gonna sit there and just beat his ass in the corner? And Brock's not gonna take that. Like, I don't know. Maybe what's he gonna do? Sit there and lock him in a hole? Brock's not gonna take that. I don't know. I guess their styles maybe just don't clash, and that's what Brock's saying. But as a fan, I wanted to see it.
I did too.
Take over here. We're gonna say goodbye. Get on over here, boy.
Let's go.
The right way. But this has been awesome, and we can go on and on, but it looks like you've lost some interest. You're in your bird book, which is fair. You've done a great job. What match are you most looking forward to?
I don't know.
That's fair. Say all of them.
Oh.
That's the answer right there, my man.
There you go.
What about you? Of all these matches on these two shows, what are you most looking forward to?
Ospreay and Swerve, man. Like, those two have crazy chemistry. They're probably going to put on a match of the year candidate. Let's just be honest with everybody. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm. It's okay. It's okay. I'm right there. I'm right there with you. Ospreay, Swerve, also Moxley, Bandito. I'm curious to see what they can do in under 20 minutes.
Yeah, what can they do in 20 minutes? That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, because these matches, Moxley's good matches are, well, no, Moxley, every match is good lately, the last year and a half. But,
honestly, yeah.
But when he does these continental matches where he says no time limit and they go over, they're always great. So it'll be good to see what they do. But yeah, those are the two I'm most looking forward to. And Oba and Jay, there's a lot behind that, bro.
I'm really intrigued
behind that match. Yep.
Fingers crossed. Come on, Oba. Let's go.
Oba. 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 Awesome. But this has been great, dude. Justin, thank you so much for joining us. I know he's been looking forward to it. I know where we can find you, but what do you got going on the rest of the weekend and upcoming this week?
Oh, basically everywhere, man. You know where I'll be. I'll be on Circle of Debate. That's where you want to find me the most. It is there. I will be there. Hopefully we'll get to see this man with us more. Man, I feel like we don't get to see you that very often, except for in the chat, man. I want to see you in with us because, like I said, it's just crazy when we see you pop up in the chat. We're like, yes, TK's here. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's like, oh, but he's not here though. He's not here. Come on.
I know. I love you guys. You guys are the best, man. You and Kayla and Poppy and Dom, man. I love you guys. And obviously Bakley and Dango. Fuck no. Just kidding. I love my Dirty Dans, dude. And obviously I love my tag team partner, De Niro. And I love seeing what Steven's doing, what Brett's doing, dude. Rusty and it's great stuff, man. Great squad, dude. Great.
Yes. Dude, so happy for it. Like I said, y'all, if you have not done so, make sure you check out All Elite Dirt Sheet as well, because you want a really damn good post show after AEW shows. The Banger got you. Of course, Brother Nero, now one half of the newly christened Time Splitters over here, since me and him, man, we definitely messing with time, that's for sure, especially after that watch along with ECW 05, One Night Stand 05, dude. That was epic doing that one. So
you guys were awesome. Great show, dude. You guys killed that, dude. Awesome.
It was so much fun, dude. Seeing a show that I have never actually seen in full, except in bits and pieces. So you're gonna sit down, watch it from start to finish. Flawless show, literally flawless.
Love it, dude. Awesome. But yes, make sure you guys check out Circle of Debate, the Debate Network. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, man. These guys are live each and every week, 7 nights a week. Raw, NXT, Dynamite, TNA, SmackDown. The flagship is back, dude. The DeLorean is here. We had so much good stuff. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure you check us out for Forbidden Doors Watch Along, for Night of Champions Watch Along. But until then,
bye.
Mwah.